take out their boats and help rescue people. What are you advising overnight as far as either continuing that or waiting until the morning to do that?
And let me tell you something. We know we're mostly ordinary individuals, but we've seen some extraordinary efforts by human beings just wanting to help each other. And I think that's what we are in South Louisiana. That's what we are in this state. And I think to see that coming together, they just wanted to help. They didn't want any recognition. They didn't want anything for it. They just want to help. Here's the problem. We need to know where they are. So if you're going to deploy, I mean, you need to let the certainly Wildlife and Fisheries, certainly the Fire Marshal's Office, let us know that you're deploying in an area, because if something happens, we want to be able to come find you. So what we've asked people to do that's been helping us is to work with Wildlife and Fisheries, the Fire Marshal's Office, and the Fire Department. Let your local fire department, if you're working maybe with the volunteer unit or something like that, at least let us know that you're out there and where you're trying to go, because we may be all trying to do the same thing. And that's been some of the issues that we ran into, because we've literally had hundreds of people that brought boats in and just wanted to help. And they've been extremely helpful to us, and we certainly want that, and we want that to continue. But work with us on that. I think that's the safest thing to do, because we've had a couple instances where we actually had some first responders that the boat flipped over, and the current was pretty strong in one area, and they actually went and got one of the first responders and tagged it holding onto a tree. So those things are reality. They're happening out there. This is, we're seeing a lot of stuff on TV. That's us. That's what's happening in this area. So again, I can't stress enough the fact that it's a significant event. It's still ongoing. Rescues are taking place as we're, just because it's gotten dark at night doesn't mean we've stopped. Those rescues, those evacuations, those visiting homes and stuff like that, working. Certainly Citgo just left, the sheriff, working with them. We've got sheriffs in from all over the state that's helping us. That's something that's worked very, very well for us in there, for our first responders. Either the city police around the state or the sheriffs have actually come in to help us. And then, of course, the national guard. I mean, is there one better anywhere than we have here in Louisiana? And they've been extremely helpful in doing that. So.
Do you have an update on the number of dead?
I think what helped our area out is that we live in this random part hit, and all of our rain is running off to the lower parishes. So we were the luckiest ones. Like, we caught the worst of it in the beginning, but you're catching the backlash of what we had.
Yes.
What do you guys, I heard a lot of concern today from people who don't have flood insurance because they never had their house in flood. Is there something they can do? I mean, I'm a little afraid people are going to just be like, oh, it's all for naught.
Well, the fact of the matter is there is assistance available to them through FEMA. If they lived in an area where flood insurance was not required, they didn't have flood insurance, and then they suffered damage because of this flood, it is limited, and the maximum amount that can be awarded is $33,000, but you don't get a $33,000 award unless you document that you've sustained damages in that amount or more. Otherwise, you're going to get an award from FEMA that will be in that amount. But it is my understanding, Jerry, that those individuals would have to live in one of the parishes that has been declared nationally, federally, I should say, which is why we're going to continue to work to expand that list of the parishes that will be in the federal declaration. But they should not give up. There is some help available. It is limited, and it is not automatic. They have to document their damages, and that's why we're asking everybody to go ahead now and register in the manner that I told you about earlier. We'll take one more. Yes, sir. They are setting up right now, and I will tell you, we're getting a lot of great assistance from some LSU students who came in early for the next semester, and they thought, I think they were going to be doing some other things on Sunday night than what they're actually doing. But this is incredibly important because we're going to continue to receive more people who need access to a medical needs shelter. The traditional location, the one by contract we have, is at LSU. So that's where we're going to set up. It's been used before for that purpose, and we have a few individuals at the other shelters who are candidates to be transferred to this shelter once it opens up as well, and it will also be able to accommodate a large number of new folks who need shelters if they have medical conditions that warrant their placement there. The other thing that I don't know if it was mentioned tonight is the federal declaration is also going to enable us to receive a team, a medical team, that the federal government is going to send here. They're either on the ground now or they're going to be on the ground early tomorrow to help us to take care of these individuals. So thank you all for coming out again tonight. We will certainly let you know the next time that we believe we'll have enough information to warrant an update. Just before we sign off tonight, just one more appeal to the people to be patient. Stay home, don't sightsee, but if you are living in a house that is in danger of taking on water, and you believe it's prudent to leave, and you've been advised to leave, we're asking you to do that as well. We know that the areas of concern are shifting from north to south, and so it's South Baton Rouge now, it's Ascension Parish, it's South Livingston Parish, and of course we have another region of the state just to our west around Lafayette and Vermilion and Iberia and other places that are also being severely impacted by flood damage as well, causing the need for emergency evacuations and shelters. Not to the extent that we have it here in Baton Rouge, but this truly is a storm that has ravaged all of South Louisiana. So we ask for patience and we ask for prayers, and we want to wish everyone a good night. Thank you.
Listening to Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards, just sort of bringing us up to date on what is going on with regards to recovery and shelter. I think the new information that came out of there is that he said at 10 o'clock tonight, in about 25 minutes, the Baton Rouge River Center will open. They expect to accommodate several hundred people. Looks like there was a little bit of pushback between he and Baton Rouge Mayor Kip Holden about whether or not to open the River Center as a shelter area, but he told him that they simply need the space. And so starting at 10 o'clock tonight, they're going to open up the River Center. He also talked about the fact that there were about 10,000 people so far in shelters in Louisiana, a good number of those people in the Baton Rouge area.
That's right. They also got some updated numbers on rescues so far. 20,000 people they believe they've rescued, just hundreds upon hundreds of pets. They're issuing a warning as well that they really do not want people to get out there and sightsee. I think that he said that they're asking people, this is what really struck me, that Colonel Evanson says he's asking people to make that tough decision. If you think that you're going to get water in your house, leave now, because what we've seen in Livingston and now parts of East Baton Rouge Parish is that those that have stayed, it's taking a lot of manpower to rescue them from their flooded homes and properties.
And they've got rescues happening right now. The rescues are happening all night long, and so as he said, that they're using that effort to try to take care of as many people as possible. They are way behind in the number of trying to accommodate so many people, which is why we are seeing so many people in the communities just coming out with their boats to help as much as they possibly can. Another thing that he said,
he talked about those rescuers. He was obviously so happy that they were lending a helping hand, but he's urging them, and if there are any of you that are thinking of going out and helping, make sure that you're with someone in an official capacity, whether that's the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries or a fire department or the sheriff's office, so that you don't get stranded, in fact, yourself.
Right. He also said that, which I thought was really important, there's so many people who are impacted by the waters who don't have flood insurance, and he addressed that question. He talked about the importance of registering at disasterassistance.gov and the importance of documenting your damages. He said that the maximum amount that you will receive in FEMA dollars is
the family that we were calling around trying to get rescued, have they been rescued yet?
I haven't heard. Last I heard was at... Last I heard, it is now 9:28. About an hour ago, they were still trying to get to them. So I'm checking right now.
And we'll keep y'all informed as soon as we hear something. Thanks for watching. Please like these videos so more people see them. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I actually I do a lot of stuff here on this channel, and anybody who loves America would find it very informative. Thanks a lot. Peace.